The war in Ukraine is not just a battle of armies, but a battle of weapon systems. With Russia invading the country back in February, the U.S. has taken it upon itself to provide a massive amount of lethal aid to the Ukrainian military. The aid has not only gone to the Ukrainian army, but also to their air force and navy, totaling almost $20 billion as of November 2022. The weapons provided by the U.S. have proven to be crucial in the face of the armored vehicles that flood the Ukrainian countryside. So, what are some of the weapon systems that the U.S. has sent to Ukraine? Being part of a tank crew is one of the most dangerous jobs on the battlefield, and for good reason. The U.S. has sent a large number of anti-tank weaponry to Ukraine, which has proven to be highly effective in the face of the armored Russian threat. One of the most famous anti-tank weapons is the Javelin, which has been a mainstay of U.S. forces since the mid-1990s. The Javelin anti-armor missile system is so effective because of its fire-and-forget ability. This means that once the operator has fired the missile, they can quickly run away to avoid enemy counterfire, while the missile will continue tracking its target. The top-down attack feature is also crucial, as it allows the operator to attack the most vulnerable part of a tank, its top armor. Most tanks have their heaviest armor up front, with the top being the weakest part. So, a strong attack here can result in a catastrophic kill, which means the entire tank will be destroyed and unable to be repaired by enemy forces. The U.S. military has sent over 8,500 Javelins to Ukraine, although it is unclear if 8,500 refers to Command Launch Units, CLUs, or disposable missile tubes. The CLU is the brain of the Javelin and attaches to a disposable missile tube, making the weapon system up. The Javelin anti-armor missile system has proven to be one of the most effective anti-tank weapons. The fire-and-forget feature and the top-down attack capability make it a formidable weapon that has the potential to greatly help the Ukrainian military in the conflict. Regardless, Ukraine has gotten a ton of these. With the war raging on, the U.S. has been sending not only Javelins, but also an additional 38,000 anti-armor systems. The exact nature of these systems is not clear, but it is speculated that they are AT-4 rockets. The AT-4 rocket has been the go-to replacement for the Vietnam Air Law for several decades, offering a simple and effective weapon system for engaging light armored vehicles, buildings, bunkers, and other targets. With its use-it-and-lose-it design, it is a powerful tool for Ukraine's hundreds of thousands of National Guard recruits, many of whom were thrown into combat without much training at the beginning of the conflict. Adding these simple but effective weapon systems to the arsenal of these troops has helped to boost their confidence on the battlefield, making them a significant force multiplier. The U.S. has also sent a huge amount of artillery and shells to Ukraine to help level the playing field in a war that has become increasingly focused on artillery. Observers have noted that the Russian army has been blasting their artillery day and night without pause, while Ukrainian artillery has been outgunned in both number of guns and amount of ammunition. In response, the U.S. has sent 142 155mm guns, 36 105mm guns, and over 1 million shells to aid the Ukrainian troops who have been suffering under constant bombardment. The older Soviet artillery systems did not have the range of modern Russian equipment, so the Russians were able to move outside their effective range and continue blasting away. With the arrival of heavy American artillery, however, Russian guns are no longer able to operate with impunity, as they now risk counterfire from the donated M777 howitzers. Another notable weapon system that has recently been sent to Ukraine is the 38 High Mobility Artillery Rocket Systems, or HIMARS. These systems are equipped with Link 16, a common data link used by the U.S. military to send and receive encrypted data over a secure pathway. With its unbreakable encryption, Link 16 allows for a free flow of communication without fear of interception. The HIMARS system is particularly significant as it is the first Link 16 capable mobile rocket system ever built by the U.S., allowing Ukrainian defenders on land, sea, or air who are linked up to send data to firing units. With Link 16, multiple units across a wide area can build a near-instantaneous fire control solution, allowing the HIMARS system to attack Russian troops in real time anywhere within its range. Since February, the U.S. has sent over 104 million rounds of small arms ammunition to Ukraine. The Ukrainian army uses a wide range of weapons, ranging from World War II-era weaponry to modern-day equipment. It should be noted that most of the World War II weapons go to the National Guard units, while the bulk of the military is armed with modern equipment. The exact breakdown of the ammunition types is unclear, but most likely it is 7.62 times 39 and 5.45 by 39, the calibers used in AK-47s and AK-74s respectively. These rifles make up the bulk of the current small arms inventory of Ukraine, and hence, these calibers are the most likely ones to have been sent. In addition to the small arms ammunition, the U.S. also sent 20 Mi-17 Hind attack helicopters to the Ukrainian Air Force. This Russian-made attack helicopter ended up in the U.S. inventory after the U.S. purchased a bunch of these for the Afghan military. The U.S. had to refurbish these helicopters, but after the fall of Afghanistan to the Taliban government, these helicopters were no longer needed and hence were sent to Ukraine. The reason behind sending these helicopters to Ukraine is that many Ukrainian helicopter pilots have trained on similar Soviet legacy platforms, making it easier for them to fly these helicopters. This is why the U.S. has not flooded Ukraine with F-35s and other aircraft, as it would take years to train Ukrainian pilots to fly them. Another interesting weapon sent by the U.S. to Ukraine includes 45 T-72B main battle tanks. While these tanks have been a mainstay on both the Ukrainian and Russian sides, the U.S. has never used these Soviet-era weapons. Many might assume that these tanks were brought home by the U.S. after its invasions of Iraq, but that would be incorrect. In a deal with Eastern European countries to empty their Soviet stocks and receive Western equipment, the Czech Republic donated its reserve tanks to Ukraine. However, these tanks were not retrofitted with modern gun sights, night vision, or fire control computers, and hence had to be refurbished in the Netherlands before being shipped to Ukraine. The Czechs donated a total of 90 tanks, and the U.S. funded half of the cost, which is why only 45 T-72s were sent to Ukraine. Ukrainian air defenses have also gotten a laundry list of early Christmas presents. The U.S. has sent a number of advanced weapon systems and equipment to bolster Ukraine's defense against Russian aggression. One of the most potent systems sent by the U.S. is the National Advanced Surface-to-Air Missile System, NASAMS. NASAMS is considered to be one of the best anti-air defense systems in the world and is so expensive that the U.S. only has a few of them guarding its skies. However, the U.S. has gifted 8 NASAMS to Ukraine, and they have already proven their worth. On their first day of operation, the NASAMS shot down 10 Russian ballistic missiles, demonstrating the system's capability to shoot down any missile, regardless of its altitude, speed, or trajectory. Another effective anti-air system that the U.S. has sent to Ukraine is the Stinger missile. This weapon system has already resulted in numerous Russian aircraft being shot down, causing the Russian Air Force to become ineffective in Ukraine. The U.S. has sent over 1,600 Stinger missiles to Ukraine, making it possible for any building, tree, or bush to become a potential threat to Russian aircraft. Despite the Russians illegally annexing Crimea and seizing the bulk of the Ukrainian navy, Ukraine has managed to defend itself effectively against the world's third-largest navy. Ukraine, now without a navy, has punched back using long-range ballistic missiles, damaging or sinking 3 Russian amphibious ships in port, and sinking the Russian flagship Moskva with Neptune anti-ship missiles. While the U.S. has not provided these weapons, it has sent 2 Harpoon anti-ship missile batteries and over 58 coastal patrol boats, which are likely the retired Mark VI patrol craft. These patrol boats can move quickly and pack a powerful punch. Another interesting development in Ukraine's defense capability is the addition of unmanned surface vessels. The U.S. Navy has been experimenting with unmanned surface craft for years, and it seems that the U.S. has donated some of its development to Ukraine. In October, unmanned surface vessels attacked the Russian fleet inside its home port of Sevastopol, damaging the new Russian flagship and a minesweeper. While Ukraine never admitted where it got these attack craft from, it is believed that they were of U.S. origin. These weapons and equipment are only a small part of the vast amounts of weapons and equipment sent by the U.S. to Ukraine. The U.S. has also sent numerous UAVs, anti-air defenses, radar systems, mobile hospitals, generators, body armor, and light armored vehicles. All of these have played a crucial role in helping Ukraine defend itself against the Russian aggression. In conclusion, the U.S.'s support to Ukraine has been instrumental in strengthening its defense capabilities. The advanced weapon systems and equipment have helped Ukraine defend itself against one of the world's largest navies, despite being without its own navy. The addition of unmanned surface vessels and the vast amounts of other weapons and equipment have also made a significant impact on the Ukrainian military's capability to defend itself against Russian aggression.